Have you ever lain in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling, while your mind is replaying mistakes from 5 years ago, and at the same time imagining disasters that haven't even happened yet? If yes, then the story of a young man named David and an old psychologist in the mountains might be exactly the reminder you need today. David was 26, living in a small city. From the outside, nothing looked too bad. He had a stable office job, a small but tidy apartment, a motorbike that still ran fine, and a couple of friends who sometimes invited him out for coffee. But inside, David's mind was chaos. In the morning, while brushing his teeth, he thought, if only I hadn't missed that internship back then. At work, he thought, what if I mess this up? My boss gets angry and I lose my job. At night, instead of sleeping, he replayed every awkward sentence he'd said in high school. Every broken relationship, every decision he believed had ruined his entire life. David wasn't living in today. He lived in the past to blame himself, and in the future to scare himself. One morning after another sleepless night, eyes red and heavy, David looked at himself in the mirror and sighed. I can't live like this forever, he whispered. During his lunch break that day, scrolling through his phone, David stumbled on a short article about an old man living in a village near the mountains. He used to be a famous psychologist in the city. After many years of working, he left the noisy life behind and moved to a quiet village, living simply and occasionally helping people who were lost in their minds. They say he helps people find peace inside their heads. David thought, that sounds exactly like what I need. Without overthinking for once, David took a day off that weekend, got on a bus, and headed to the small village at the foot of the mountain, the place where people said the wise old man was living. The village was quiet. Leaves rustled softly in the wind, roosters crowed in the distance, and water flowed gently in a nearby stream. For someone used to car horns, crowds, and phone notifications, it felt like another world. A villager pointed David toward a small wooden house halfway up a hill. It was old but clean, with a simple front porch. On the porch, an old man with a white beard sat on a bamboo chair, eyes closed, his face calm and peaceful. David walked closer and spoke softly. Sir? The old man slowly opened his eyes and looked at David. His gaze was gentle but deep, as if it could see right through him. You came from far away, didn't you? He asked. David nodded, a bit embarrassed. Yes. I heard that you can help people with restless minds. My head is always full of thoughts. I can't sleep well. I don't feel happy. I'm always afraid of making mistakes, afraid of losing things, afraid of the future. I don't know how to find peace again. The old man didn't answer right away, stood up, walked inside the house, and came back with a glass and a small jug of water. He began pouring water as he spoke. Do you see this glass? The water rose higher and higher until it reached the brim. It's just one more drop and it would spill. He handed the glass to David. Take this. I'll walk one round around my house and come back here. But remember, do not spill even a single drop. David was confused, but he accepted the glass. It was completely full. One wrong move, and the water would overflow. He started walking. Every step made his heart beat faster. He stared at the surface of the water, holding the glass tightly, barely daring to blink. In his head there was only one thought. Don't spill it. Don't spill it. Don't spill it. As he walked behind the house, he could hear birds singing in the trees, children laughing somewhere down in the village, and the wind blowing through the branches. But he didn't dare turn his head. He didn't want to be distracted. His entire attention was locked onto the glass of water. Finally, David made it all the way around and returned to the porch, still holding the full glass. He exhaled in relief. I did it. I didn't spill a drop. The old man smiled gently, a spark of satisfaction in his eyes. Good. Now let me ask you something. While you were walking around the house, did you notice what the sky looked like? Were the clouds beautiful? David shook his head. No, I didn't look. I only looked at the glass. Did you really pay attention to the birds singing? I heard them, but I didn't really pay attention. Did you see the flower garden on the left side of the house, with those bright yellow flowers? David looked surprised. No, I didn't see them. The old man nodded. Of course, because your mind was focused entirely on one thing, the glass of water in your hands. He then placed his hand over his chest and asked, Tell me honestly, just now, while your eyes were fixed on the glass, did you think about your past mistakes? David thought for a moment, then shook his head. No. Did you imagine all the bad things that might happen in your future?
No.
I didn't. The old man's smile grew a little warmer. So where were you in that moment? David hesitated. I guess. I was here in the present moment. Exactly, the old man said. When you are truly in the present, there's no room left for fear of the past or worry about the future. David fell silent. The words were simple, but they echoed in his mind like a bell. The old man continued, I used to be just like you. I was a psychologist, meeting people every day who were stuck in their past or terrified of their future. I helped them, but I myself was trapped in the same cage. I kept thinking about the patients I couldn't help, the cases I failed, the reputation I might lose, the career I might destroy. He looked at the trees in front of the house. One day I realized our mind is like this full glass of water. We keep pouring things into it, regret, fear, anxiety, till the smallest problem can make it overflow and break us. David listened, not wanting to miss a single word. I left the city, not because I was better than anyone, but because I needed to learn how to live again. I learned to do one thing at a time. When I eat, I only eat. When I walk, I only walk. When I listen, I only listen. When I talk, I only talk. When I wash my hands, I just feel the water on my skin. When I drink tea, I only feel the warmth and the aroma. I don't let my mind run wild. He turned to David. Do you see the similarity with the glass you just carried? When your attention was fully on it, you had no space to think about anything else. Your problem is not that you think too little. Your problem is that you think about too many things at the same time, everything except right now. It felt like someone had just opened a window inside David's head, letting light and fresh air come in. David stayed in the village for one day. In the morning, he walked with the old man along a dirt path up the hill. The old man didn't talk much anymore, just gently reminded him, when you take a step, just know, I am taking a step. When you breathe in, know, I am breathing in. When you breathe out, I am breathing out. At first, it sounded silly to David, but the more he practiced, the more he noticed something. His mind started to quiet down. The noise in his head didn't disappear completely, but it was like someone had turned down the volume. That afternoon, before David left the village, the old man said, Don't expect that from tomorrow on. You will never worry or never feel sad again. No one can do that. Not even me. But you can notice when your mind starts running back into the past or racing into the future. Gently bring it back to the present. Every time you do that, you lay one more brick in the foundation of your inner peace. David bowed his head in gratitude. On the way back, sitting on the bus, he watched the field slowly passing by outside the window. He placed his hand on his chest and listened to his heartbeat. Right now, I'm sitting on the bus. I'm breathing. That's all. For the first time in a long while, he didn't force himself to think about what he had lost, nor did he try to predict how his life would turn out. He simply watched the sunlight falling on rooftops and trees, and allowed himself a small, genuine smile. In the days that followed, David still went to work, still had deadlines, still got reminders from his boss, still had nights when old memories came back. But each time he felt his heart race and his head tighten. Remembered the full glass of water and the old man's question, "Where are you right now?" He would pause, take a slow deep breath and tell himself, "I am here." In this moment, and little by little, the chaotic marketplace in his mind began to turn into a quieter, calmer garden. We cannot erase the past, cannot fully control the future, but we always have a choice. Either we live trapped in what has already happened and what hasn't happened yet, or we return to the only place we truly exist, this present moment. Every time you gently bring your mind back to now, even for a few seconds, you are taking one more step on the path to finding real peace within yourself.